She feels, she says, what are we talking about? Yes, why do you, no, one minute. Alka Acharya, why do you feel he's going, General's not on the right track? Please come in. I'll come back to the General after that.
I said, yes. Yeah, I didn't say he's going on. I said, what are we talking about here? We are talking about a problem that emerged in mid-April, which both countries decided to talk and settle and at least resolve the crisis, immediate crisis. Now we are bringing in issues. I mean,
no, but we were told they unilaterally withdrew.
No.
Excuse me.
We are talking. The point that was mentioned just now about infrastructure building. Why have we not really focused on infrastructure building? No. See, this is the whole point. You have this problem of lack of infrastructure in the northeast. Now, that is another issue. The issue today is that the agreement that the two sides reached to resolve a crisis and not let it go out of hand was, I think, a very wise and the right thing to do. And now let's examine how do we settle the problem.
No, I mean,
this is where I would like to
why the crisis. Jal Bakshi.
Arnab, I would like to please.
Yeah, Jal Bakshi, please counter.
Madam, the genesis, Alka, of this intrusion lies in the Chinese desire to stop and put an end to our infrastructure construction on the Himalayan border because it is worrying them. Now, the fact of the matter is they have utilized the period of peace and tranquility to complete their infrastructure construction, and by the help of this intrusion are now trying to force upon us a modified border agreement where such infrastructure...
No, because every time we build the infrastructure, we now set the precedent.
Additional troops will not be allowed to come to the border.
No, 1 second. 1 minute. Veena Sikri, Jal Bakshi.
Can I comment?
Jal Bakshi, one minute.
I have one point to make here.
Veena Sikri,
my point that I would like to make here is that we have to examine why this problem started when it did. Alka is talking only about the diffusion of the problem, which is the end of the problem. But why did it start in middle of April on the eve of the Chinese Prime Minister's first visit outside, coming to India? And I think this is the point to analyze, not how it ended, but why it started. The Chinese have known for some time about our interest in developing infrastructure.
And why are they doing this?
But why did they come in now? They wanted to test India. And have we failed that test? And have we failed? They've come 19 kilometers into our territory, and we are talking about diffusing a situation which we allowed to go on for 20 days without any action by the Indian side.
Excuse me,
obviously the army will feel frustrated because it is their job to protect the border. And you don't allow them to do that, then it raises a big question on their credibility and their motivation to protect the border in other sectors. I think the whole question about operational independence, about some operational independence with control from the Ministry of Defence is very important.
That Mr. Goswami put up. Of course, the point was first to diffuse and now to examine why it happened. Mr. Goswami began by asking, do you think this is a craven kind of a surrender and why was the army not? I was answering that. I am not saying that we should not go into why it happened or why did it happen at that particular juncture. I mean, either
but why can't we take the army's point of view on board? What is wrong in taking the army's point of view on board? In China, we know the role that the army plays in decision-making structures. And the army could not have come 19 kilometers into India without their own political and military leadership knowing about it. So if they know about it, why can't our army play its own role in putting its point of view forward? There's nothing wrong with that. Ultimately, it's a decision of the government, of the political leadership, the government of the country, and that will remain. But we have to analyze, and we have an open debate in our country, unlike the Chinese media, which is very closed. So if there are points of view being expressed, I think they need to be discussed and taken on board. Because the Chinese do not act like this without a certain purpose. I think we are all very clear on that. And we need to understand what their purpose was on the eve of their Prime Minister's visit.
Yeah, Mr. Acharya.
No, I am saying that I am not privy to what happened in the back rooms or inside the offices and so on. I mean, we did notice the army chief going and meeting the Kashmir chief minister. We noticed him going and briefing. I mean, what is there to assume that the army's views were not taken on board?
Well, I mean,
these are all conjectures. As I said, why is there no official position? I mean, you can go and get these scoops, but it does not make me, as a scholar, I find, I don't find it, I I find it very difficult to accept
we don't, no,
this
is not an academic.
Miss Acharya, let me assure you, Times Now is not known for conjecturing at all. But Times Now is certainly not going to be complicit in keeping the truth away from the people of this country. And Miss Acharya, I want to place one fact. I did not use the word, on a lighter note, on a lighter note, Miss Acharya, I did not use the word craven. You repeated the word craven thrice. I simply said that the result was the standoff was the result of hectic troop movement, force expansion, laying of tracks and fortifications. I did say that the Indian Army wanted to do that. I followed it up by saying that the China study group felt that the Indian Army was going overboard. I did not use the word craven, but if you think it was craven, I will not dispute that. That's perhaps your point of view, not mine.
I don't. It was.
That's on a lighter note. That's on a lighter note. That's. We can agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree. General Sani, from your experience.
Okay.
General Sani, 1 minute. General Bakshi, let me go to General Sani, please. General Sani.
I wanted to.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, I like to tell you, Arnab, I like to tell you, I have commanded my corps on the Indo-Tibetan border, and I think we are miles behind as far as infrastructure is concerned. We must aggressively make our infrastructure. We must prepare ourselves, because Chinese are known for their assertive, and I would say the bullying type of tactics they use. And if you don't blink your eyes in front of them, that would be the only redeeming thing to do. If you continue to surrender to their whims, we shall be then going into a groove which may prove costly. I don't know really what happened, but I would like to tell you that we should take a lesson from this particular episode. We are creating infrastructure where.
General.
Why are we seeing
what I am saying is that we should not at all.
No, first of all, the Chinese are pretty clear about what they want.
I am not saying surrender. I am saying
the Chinese say that even when the Chinese Prime Minister is here in India, he says Arunachal Pradesh is part of China.
Continue to.
The Chinese are very clear. Even when the Prime Minister is in India, he says Arunachal Pradesh is part of China. My question is very different, General Sani.
How are we not clear?
General Sani, no, we are not.
They always up the ante. They always up the ante.
Miss Acharya, my question, my worry.
I think the lesson to be drawn from this situation is that we hope that in the forthcoming visit of our foreign minister to China and the forthcoming visit of the Chinese Prime Minister to India, that this issue will be taken up and clarified thoroughly once and for all. Because that's the only lesson we can draw.
Miss Sikri, my point of concern is this.
Absolutely.
There should be clarity on the ground from all sides as to what is the actual line of actual control, where the army is, and we should talk to the Chinese.
Watch. My point is like my point of concern is this. We've always been talking about this. Why now? If I were to just analyze it this way, if you just give me a minute, maybe the thing escalated now because the Chinese realized that the Indians cannot, have a standoff with us before our premier comes to Delhi. And hence, the Indians have been trying to get into a slightly stronger position. General Sani, I want you to answer this, that the Indians have been trying to get into a slightly stronger position for some time now because they need, our premier is coming to Delhi. The Indians will not want to create a situation, and hence, this is the best time to squeeze the Indians. And in that case, General Sani, maybe they succeeded. Maybe they succeeded pretty well. That is the only thing which explains the timing.
I agree with you. You see, because the curious time. The point is, you are absolutely right. This curious time, and I would say they chose this, what they thought was a perfect opportunity. And actually, that is the time we should have actually not blinked. And ultimately, in the end of the day, you are absolutely right. They get a message that if they use such bullying tactics, probably they'll get their way.
That's worrying because we need to build our infrastructure. We can't give in to them every time.
No,
we can't give in to them every time.
That's not what is important.
General Bakshi.
We can't give in.
General Bakshi wanted to come.
The aspect of timing that you have raised, Arnab,
I don't know where are we going
to the analysis of this whole issue. Last year, excuse me please, can I just have my say?
Yes, Miss Acharya, let General Bakshi complete.
Last year, the Chinese had raised the issue the Chinese had raised the issue of, revising the border agreement and trying to stop any additional infrastructure and additional Indian troops from coming up to the border. Now this goes against all that we have been trying to achieve to counter the Chinese moves. The Chinese intrusion just before the visit of their Prime Minister was designed to bring this center stage, to force us to talk on this and possibly back down on this issue.
Yeah.
And if we do so, please understand that we would be freezing in perpetuity our military and infrastructural disadvantage on the Himalayan front. I don't think any self-respecting government or self-respecting people will understand.
Well, the
that.
answer is to...
Arnab, I hope we are also factoring in the emotions of the people of Ladakh, which are inflamed, which feel let down, and they feel that, they are marginalized to the larger Indian consciousness. Let's please think of the people of Ladakh who are being deprived of their pasture grounds. It is not just a localized intrusion. It is not just, a piece of land where not a blade of grass grows. We have heard those excuses before 1962.
Well, maybe we should. Maybe the only answer, General Bakshi, while we can be emotional about it, I think the only practical answer for India is to raise our defense infrastructure and our military infrastructure and our presence and our roads in that area to a point where we don't just counter, but we are better than China. I think the people of this country can afford that, and maybe that is the best defense required. Just giving in is no answer, but you don't have the strength. You're going to have to give in. So build the strength, rapidly build the strength, and then talk Turkey with the Chinese. Maybe that's the lesson. Even Alka Acharya will welcome that.
No, we have to continue to build strength and negotiate from a point of view of strength.
Of strength,
because
yes.
Negotiations are give and take.
Yeah.
But you have to negotiate from a position of strength.
Alka Acharya also. Alka Acharya, you also support that, I presume.
Our infrastructure everywhere.
I don't think there would be any disagreement on the issue of building your own defenses and your own strengths to be able to protect your boundaries. I am saying over and over again here that we of course counter it if required, but the point is that we first need a settled border. And there is always going to be this problem of incursions, intrusions. No. And unless we recognize that there is a dispute and that we have to move towards settling it, your strengths and all notwithstanding, you are going to have these over and over again.
And dialogue,
to my mind, is the way out.
Outstare the Chinese and outbuild the Chinese.
From strengthening yourselves.
Outstare and outbuild the Chinese in military terms. Maybe that's the lesson. Well, we put the story out. I'm surprised the details of what has been going on have not come out, but maybe a lot of people have been told to remain silent about it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.